What's up guys, my name is Doug. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, welcome back. If you are not new, it has been a minute since I've been here recording a video for you guys and I've kind of missed it. The content's going to be uploaded regularly as of right now. Today we're going to be listening to Billie Eilish's latest album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? If you all have not seen my reaction to Billie Eilish's EP, Don't Smile at Me, you should definitely check that out. I personally loved that EP. I think Billie Eilish has tremendous talent, especially for somebody of her age. I love her music. I think it's really energetic and fun, but she also has a really soft side to her. I'm really excited, to say the least, to finally be listening to this project. The only song on here that I believe I have heard is Bury a Friend. I've also got a video to that if you would like to go check that out. I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would follow me on my social media and consider supporting this channel on Patreon. It's the main reason that I'm able to keep making these videos full time for you guys. The support on here has been tremendous. You guys have been amazing, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would continue to do so, because it's just been really amazing to watch this channel grow from 64 subscribers to over 8,000 in less than a year. So with that being said, we're gonna jump right into this project. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm glad to be back. I'm excited. Let's get to it. The first track is apparently 13 seconds long. It's called Exclamation Points, or Introduction. It's gonna flow right into the second track, Bad Guy. So let's get it.
My Invisalign has...
I have taken out
my Invisalign and...
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, on your tippy toes creeping. Love needs for you, don't say thank you. Hope you can get enough.
Dude.
I'm a sad type, make your girlfriend mad type. I'll let you play the role.
I like how choppy this flow is. This is gonna go nuts, dude, at concerts. This little lead is pretty funky, dude. Not gonna lie. What?
I guess I'm pretty glad that you're alone.
What a way to start this project off, dude. Alright, so it's got a really fun vibe to this track. You know, it's that 4-to-the-floor beat. It's got a really funky lead to it. And it's honestly just really fun to kind of bounce and dance to. Basically, she is talking about how much of a bad guy she is. She's the type of person that'll make your mom sad, that'll try to seduce your dad, that'll make your girlfriend mad. Honestly, I love the vibe of this track. I think it's really fun. It's got like a darker feel to it, but it manages to be fun at the same time. And then that breakdown at the end is just ridiculous, honestly. It's a really cool track. Next track is Xanny.
Too intoxicated to be scared.
I mentioned this on songs like Be My Mistake by the 1975, where the song starts off with really soft production. Like right now, we have the bass line and we have a really soft hi-hat just keeping time in the background, and it's just the main vocal. The vocal is super upfront. It sounds intimate, it sounds vulnerable, and especially with her voice and how breathy it is in her delivery on this, it just sounds, again, really intimate and vulnerable and soft, and a complete contrast to that last track, especially with the way that it ended after that switch up.
And that's about the
Some ambient sounds too. I like it. Whoa! The distortion is insane.
Nobody's ever sorry. Their pretty heads are hurting.
Yeah.
Kiss me on the side.
Wow, dude, this is awesome. The soft humming is such a vibe. So one thing I do like about this track is that it doesn't come off as preachy. She never says, don't do drugs. She basically says, I go to the parties, I don't do drugs, and I'm proud of that. And that's something that is okay for you to be proud of. You know, you don't have to feel bad about yourself like you're being a downer by not doing the same drugs as everybody else at the party. You don't have to feel like pressured to actually do something or engage in something that you don't want to. You know, it's okay for you to be proud of the fact that you aren't into that type of stuff, and that's okay. She never says don't do it. She never says like you shouldn't be at these events. No, she's right there in the middle of the party. She's right there surrounded by people, and she's just being cautious, I guess. It's cool. Like I like that the track doesn't come off as preachy. I love the production. I love how intimate the verses are, and then how distorted the hook is, along with the drums coming in and the rest of the instruments. I think it's a really cool track, dude. Next track is You Should See Me in a Crown. I've actually heard snippets of this. I've never actually gone and listened to the entire track, so I know more or less how this goes, but I've never heard the song entirely, so let's get it.
Wait till the world is is mine. You should see me in a crowd. Gonna win this, nothing's happening.
Certified banger. I love how everything about this track is just balls to the wall insane, you know? They didn't take they didn't say, let's just make a really heavy bass line and keep the drums basic. No, every single thing. The drums are gonna go as hard as they can and the bass is gonna go really crazy and then take the lead and just push it to the limit as well. And everything is gonna go at 1,000 miles per hour all at the same time and out of nowhere. That's what I like about this track. She's so edgy. Yeah, man. Love that track. Love the whole energy, the whole vibe of that track. Next is All the Good Girls Go to Hell.
Killing time, can't commit to anything but a crime. Leader, so complicates more like a picky fan. Once you get inside, them girls go to hell. Cause even God herself, look at you, needing me. You know I'm not your friend without someone.
Yeah, man, the track's super bouncy. I'm digging the guitar. I'm liking the that little lead. It almost sounds like an organ, you know. I like the production on this. I like the bounce to it. The subject matter is pretty interesting. Lots of symbolism, lots of imagery. I think it's cool, you know. It's nothing too amazing. It's not a track that wows me personally. It's not a bad track. Next song is Wish You Were Gay. Okay.
You never understood. I laugh alone like nothing's wrong for days. I just wanna make you feel okay. I can tell you how much I wish I wish you were gay. Is there a 12-step just for you?
Hey.
And fingers tearing out my head when you were 6 minutes away.
Nice. I love the wordplay with the numbers.
To give your lack of interest an explanation.
So in this one, she's talking about a guy that she was into, and he wasn't into her, and she wishes that he were gay, so that would be the reason for him not liking her, as opposed to him not liking her for any other reason, you know? Really fun track, honestly. The production, you know, it's got this really nice sway to it, you know? I love the way that synth sounds, the drums sound great. It's got a really nice swaying element to it, you know? It feels almost like the whole track is just swaying side to side. It feels really nice to listen to, dude, and her delivery, her performance is always awesome. I love her voice. I love the way that she takes over these tracks. You know, the production on her tracks is, for the most part, really energetic and really a key part to the track, but she still manages to never be, how can I say, overpowered by any of her production. You know, it's bass heavy and it's loud and it's crazy, but she just manages to never be overpowered by any of it. She takes control of the tracks. She is absolutely always in the front and center of the song for me, which is awesome. You know, I don't get that with some artists, and it's just really impressive to me the way she's able to do that at such a young age. So I like this track. I think it's an awesome song, and it's got a really funny but relatable theme to it. Next track is When the Party's Over. I might have heard some bits of this as well. I'm not sure. Is this the one where she's like got the black tears coming out of her eyes? If it is, I might have heard this song already, but I don't remember it, so we'll just go and listen to it again. Yeah, I have heard this. We're gonna listen to it anyways. Love the humming in the background, dude. It's so awesome. I love her voice, man. It's hypnotizing. It's crazy. This is an outstanding track. It's got an awesome vibe to it. Honestly, it's hypnotizing. It makes me daydream. It makes me reflect on things. I love the humming in the background. I love the subtle piano. Love her performance on this. It's so soft and it's so beautiful. It's one of the reasons that Ocean Eyes is one of my favorite tracks from her as well, because it's kind of got that, like, the humming in the background and the soft delivery. You know, I just feel like she does that so well. That sounds so well. Next track is 8. This effect on her voice is interesting.
Think I better go. You're looking at me like I'm see-through. Too gladly. I know you're not.
I like this, man. I love the pitching of the vocals. She manages to take these really happy sounding instrumentals and sing about sad things and hurt feelings on these happy instrumentals. You know, it's got like a ukulele and a really bright piano and a really nice swaying vibe to the track, and she's singing about hurting someone else's feelings and singing from their point of view about how badly she hurt them, and it's an interesting contrast. I think it's a really fun track. It's a really quick track. It almost feels, to be honest, like an interlude. We're going to be moving on to the next track, which is My Strange Addiction.
You don't know my lesson. Wait till I go. Bad news. One of us is gonna lose. My strange addiction.
I'm really sorry. I think I was just...
This is the song where she sampled The Office, right?
I've ever seen in my life.
Gotta love Kevin.
Lose. One of us is gonna lose. I'm a practice, can't explain my symptoms or my pain. Set myself on fire. Can't you tell I'm cracked?
You should enter it in festivals or carnivals.
Yeah, man, it's got a really groovy vibe to it. I like it. It's gotta be fun to dance to. You know, I'm not really gonna get up and dance here. I mean, not that there's any space, but I'm also not the dancing type. It does make me feel like I want to move to this, you know? No, but honestly though, the production's great. I love the Office sample, of course, but her singing is great. I love the little main, what am I looking for? Bass line. I'm looking for that main bass line. I love that, you know, the dun 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 dun. It's super catchy. It's gonna get stuck in my head. It's gonna be a track that I come back to. I had a lot of fun listening to this one, so I'm gonna move on to the next track, which is Bury a Friend, which I have already reacted to. The link is going to be in the top right hand corner of this video. You can go and check that out afterwards, or you can go check that out and then come back to this, however you prefer. But be sure to check that out though. It's a great track. I like it a lot. We're gonna go on to track 11, which is ilomilo, lilo, filo, milo, hilo, shilo.
Honey, what's your hurry? We're gonna give you love like our heart. And I don't wanna be lonely, so show me the way. The friends I've had to bury. Where did you go? I should know, but it's cold and I don't. I just wanted to protect you.
So honestly, this one kind of made me zone out a little bit. You know, it's really quick, but something about this instrumental is almost like hypnotizing, you know? Kind of had me zoning out. I enjoyed it. It was an enjoyable listen, but it was nothing too amazing. It was nothing too, you know, special for me. Nothing that makes me say, wow, I really want to come back to this. It's just a track that I wouldn't skip, you know, because of the fact that I get to zone out a little bit while I listen to it, and it's really short. So that's really the main reason why this isn't a immediate skip for me. Next track is Listen Before I Go.
Tell me love is endless.
Sounds really somber.
If you need me, better hurry. Sorry, I don't know. Salty tears on my cheek. If you need me.
This is really sad, dude. So basically, this is her talking to the person that she loves before she commits suicide, talking about one of the consequences of depression, and it's tremendously sad. It's got a really somber mood to it. Her delivery is just so sluggish, and it really sounds like she's just struggling to even move forward in her sentence in the same way that this person was struggling to move forward in life, and that really comes across in the way that she sings the song. It's tremendously difficult to listen to just because of how sad it is, you know, but it's, in terms of getting across the point and the mood that she intended, this track is tremendous, and it's really well produced, and it's got so much emotion behind it, you know. It's insane. It makes you feel something, which is why I personally love it. Next track is I Love You.
Tell me I've been lied to. What the hell did I do? Maybe won't you take
love the really soft guitar. You know, the soft instrumentals on this track are just tremendous. I love the production. It really sets a tone, sets that vibe, and her performance is just awesome as always. Talking about this really complicated relationship where they both like each other. Apparently she loves this person and doesn't want to, but this person just said that they love her, and now things are complicated. At least that's what I'm getting from it. It's such a nice, meaningful song with, again, lots of emotion behind it. It makes you feel. The vibe to this is just insane. We're gonna move on to the last track, which is Goodbye. This is haunting almost. It's crazy. And all the lyrics have been calling back to the previous tracks. Really clever outro with every single line calling back to a previous song. Really short, awesome way to lead us out of this project. Let's talk about this album, man. So, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish. This project has exactly what I was expecting from Billie. It was a really, really enjoyable mix of bangers along with emotional, sad, and deep tracks. It had the typical sad lyrics over happy, bouncy melodies. It had tremendous delivery and performance on Billie's part. It had great production on Phineas's part. All of these things that I was expecting from this project, and things that I'm very happy to not have been disappointed by. I feel like this project in general has a darker tone to it than her EP, Don't Smile at Me. And I'm okay with that. I think that she did a tremendous job at delivering some really complex and deep, meaningful messages on this project. I am gonna have to listen to it again and again and again to find out what songs I really truly love off this project, and what songs I like less. I didn't think any of the songs were bad necessarily. There were just, I think, 2 songs that I didn't find really good. You know, they were just okay tracks. But even in those cases, they were short and not necessarily skippable tracks. I would have to say, if I were to give this a grade off of first listen, you know, like I said, I have to listen to it again and find out exactly what I'm going to take away from this project and what tracks I really do love. But off my first listen and how much I enjoyed this project, I would give it, I'd say, a B- to a B, which puts it at around that 8 to 8.5 range. You know, it's a really enjoyable project. It wasn't above average first listen. With more listens, I do feel like that rating may go up a little bit. You know, her last project, I really loved it first listen, and the more I listen to it, the more enjoyable it gets. That does tend to be the case with her music for me. There's a lot to say, but I feel like I've said it throughout the video, you know, so I don't want to repeat myself. Basically, I really enjoyed this project, and I want to go back and listen to it again, which is not always the case, so that's already saying something. And I do recommend that you all go listen to this. I'd really appreciate it if you guys would support the channel by following me on my social media and considering supporting this channel on Patreon to help me keep doing this full time for you guys. And I'll be back in another video very soon. Till then, peace.